There's a parenting crisis that's plaguing our society today. Are we truly raising our children, or are we just managing them? That's something to talk about.
He got his ear to the streets to talk about. So when you hear Shayne something to talk about. Yeah. There's a new message every week, something to talk about. So when you hear Shayne something to talk about.
But yeah, before we get into this episode, I'm gonna need you to like, share, and subscribe. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Shayne Speaks. Welcome back to another episode of Something to Talk About. Today, I want to talk about something that's affecting every community, every neighborhood, every school, and every generation. I want to talk about parenting. Now, before anybody gets defensive, me knowing how sensitive people are about their parenting skills, before anybody feels attacked, before anybody starts saying, you don't even know my situation, let's take a breather. Because this conversation isn't about perfection, because there aren't no perfect parents. There are no perfect children, and there are no perfect families. But there is something happening today that we need to talk about. I believe we've reached a point where many people are no longer raising children. They're managing them. There's a difference between raising and managing, a huge difference. And that difference is affecting our homes, our communities, and our future. Look, responsible parenting isn't just feeding a child. It's not just clothing a child. It's not just putting a roof over their head. Those things are very important, but parenting is way bigger than that. It's way bigger than survival. Parenting is preparation. You're preparing a human being for life. You're teaching them how to think, how to behave, how to communicate, how to handle disappointment, how to handle failure, how to treat people, how to become responsible adults. Now that's parenting. That's real parenting. One of the biggest lies society has accepted is this: they'll figure it out. No, they won't. They won't figure out everything. Some things have to be taught. Respect has to be taught. Discipline has to be taught. Accountability, work ethic, character, integrity, all of those things have to be taught. And if parents don't teach it, the world will. The streets will. Social media will definitely teach our children. Their peers will teach them. And most times the lessons they learn will not help them. They'll only hurt them. A lot of children today, they spend more time with their screens than they do with their parents. Phones, tablets, gaming systems, social media. And see, before somebody says technology is the problem, no. Technology is not the problem. The problem is when technology replaces the parents. A screen can't teach wisdom. A screen can't provide guidance. A screen can't correct behavior. A screen can't replace parents sitting down and having conversations with their young. See, many households have become silent. Everybody is connected to devices, but disconnected from each other. That right there is a major problem when it comes to parenting, when it comes to family. Too many parents are trying to be friends first. Your child already has friends. What they need is a parent. Sometimes parenting means being unpopular. Sometimes parenting means saying no. Sometimes parenting means setting boundaries. Sometimes parenting means correcting behavior. Because, see, love isn't giving children everything they want whenever they want it. Love is preparing them for reality. And reality doesn't always say yes. In fact, most of the times it says no. Children pay attention to what you do more than what you say. You can tell them to be honest, but if you're dishonest, they see it. You can tell them to work hard, but if they never see effort in you, they notice. You can tell them to be respectful, but if disrespect fills the home, they absorb it. Children learn by observation. That's why accountability starts with us. Parents have to be willing to ask themselves, what am I showing my child? How am I influencing my seed? Because, see, if we're not there, influence, somebody else will be. Somebody may be teaching them the wrong way right now. When parenting becomes inconsistent, the effects eventually show up. Not always immediately, but eventually. In schools, in communities, in relationships, in decision making, self-esteem and discipline. That's important. In the criminal justice system, that'd be the next destination when the parenting is not happening effectively. Let's get more effective for our children, for our future. A lot of the issues we talk about in society, it didn't begin in adulthood. They started in childhood. That's why parenting matters so much. Children don't need perfect parents. There is no perfect parents. There is no perfect children. But what we need is parents that are present. You know, we need parents that are present emotionally and physically. And we need parents that are going to teach responsibility, teach accountability. We need parents that are there to do what needs to be done, because our children need guidance. They need consistency. They need structure, and they need correction. Our children need encouragement. Someone who believes in them. And that's you. They parent, they mama, they daddy. But you have to be willing to show up. You have to be willing to show up for them, because they're waiting for you. It's not just about showing up financially. It's about showing up emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It's about physically being there. It's about all those things, man. All those things boiled up in one. You know, as a father myself, I understand that parenting isn't easy. There are challenges. There are mistakes. There are moments where, you wish you could do things differently, do things better. One thing remains true, though. Children are still watching. They're learning. They're becoming. And the seeds we plant today often become the lives they live tomorrow. That's why this conversation matters. That's why this conversation is so important. If we want stronger communities, we need stronger families. If we want stronger families, we need stronger parenting. Again, not perfect parenting, but responsible parenting. The kind that teaches, the kind that guides, the kind that corrects, the kind that loves enough to prepare children for the real world. Because one day these children will become adults. And the question remains and will remain, what kind of adults will they become? It's your boy Shayne Speaks, that is. And until next time, keep thinking, keep growing, and keep having these conversations that most people avoid. This is something to talk about. Peace.